This is Dr. Mark Trexler with the Climate Countdown, exploring how quickly we could transition to a 100% renewables-based low-carbon energy system if we decided to do so. Low-carbon futures have been intensively studied, but the answer to this question remains elusive. Dr. Mark Jacobson of Stanford University has long argued that a low-carbon transition could be complete as soon as 2050 and largely complete by 2030. Remarkably, Jacobson's modeling concludes that the transition could be renewables-based, requiring no nuclear energy, no carbon capture and storage, and no biofuels. Perhaps even more remarkably, Jacobson concludes that overall electricity demand would not have to dramatically increase, even with electrification of the transportation sector, due to huge efficiency increases. He also suggests that there would be substantial cost savings and job gains. Not surprisingly, Jacobson's modeling has not been universally embraced by energy experts. In fact, the arguments between Jacobson and critics of his modeling got so heated that Jacobson actually filed a libel lawsuit against them in 2017. Several recent analyses of what can be accomplished by 2050, including one by my previous employer DNV, are quite a bit less optimistic than Jacobson. DNV's 2021 Energy Transition Outlook concludes that while coal use could be largely eliminated by 2050 and oil use significantly reduced, the world will still be consuming a lot of natural gas. A recent analysis by risk expert George Bacchus also points to big challenges when it comes to a rapid, low-carbon transition based largely on renewable energy. He points out a problem that is usually not discussed, what he calls own-use energy. In other words, it's one thing to talk about having enough renewable energy to power the economy, but it's another to think about the enormous amount of energy you'd need to build and operate the factories producing all those windmills and solar panels. If you want that energy to be renewable as well, we'll need much more renewable generation. In thinking about a low-carbon transition and how quickly the system can go renewable, there are limits to how confident we should be in any particular modeling effort. The practical details of a low-carbon transition are very complicated, and while a rapid low-carbon transition, and even a 100% renewable energy-based transition, might be theoretically possible, that doesn't mean we can actually pull it off. A recent article in Foreign Affairs magazine, for example, with the title "The New Geopolitics of Energy," argues that we are likely to encounter significant economic and geopolitical stumbling blocks on the way to a 100% renewable energy system. They note that the big losers in such a transition, including major oil producers, will try all sorts of things to slow the transition down. There will also be huge supply chain challenges, including the need to mine all the rare earths going into batteries and other system components. There might even be environmental opposition to that mining. And those same supply chain pressures might trigger inflation that undermines support for the low-carbon transition. But here's arguably the bottom line. Do the risks of climate change justify a low-carbon transition as rapidly as possible? Absolutely. Do I care whether it's 80%, 90%, or 100% renewable energy based? Not so much. Debating a 100% renewable energy system might make sense if we are already on track for a 75% renewables-based system. But first things first, since we're nowhere close to being on track to achieve even that, making the 100% renewables debate a bit academic. This is Mark Trexler with the Climate Countdown. Dig deeper into this and other Climate Countdown topics at our website, climatecountdown.climatesites.net. And thanks for listening.